Hello and welcome to this Thursday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A Wenatchee resident, George Crater Jr., is guilty on all counts in the 2024 murder of his tenant in a suburban Phoenix vacation home. A convicted Wenatchee murderer has again failed in his effort to save the scene of his 15-year-old crime tested for DNA. Sunny skies and seasonally cool temperatures on tap for Friday and the Kai's Fiber Youth Parade on Saturday. Your local weather forecast is coming up. Dressed in tiny uniforms and shiny badges, the new chiefs for a day were appointed at noon today as part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival's kickoff event. 7 agencies, including both Wenatchee Valley Police Departments, both sheriff's offices, the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department, State Fish and Wildlife, and the Washington State Patrol, participate in Chief for a Day when their leaders will relinquish control to their very young, fresh-faced counterparts. The new chiefs are selected from schools around the area. A Chelan County Sheriff's Office helicopter joined the celebration from the air, and the event was closed out with an official swearing-in ceremony by Chelan County Court Commissioner Tracy Brandt. Wenatchee Police Chief Edgar Reinfeld was on hand to represent his agency.
Chief for a Day is an amazing thing for a number of reasons. First and foremost, though, is for the kids. The children are selected by the school district, and usually their school nurses are heavily involved. Most of the children have some need or another that's a little bit different, whether it's an illness, potentially a terminal illness, or some other, something that leaves them a little bit behind and a little bit out sometimes. So for the kids, it's an amazing thing. I love how we do it here, where each kid has their moment. They're talked about a little bit and they're in front. Some other places it's a really big deal, maybe 50 or more agencies, so each kid doesn't really have a spot, but here they do. And the thing that ties it to the community so well is making it the opening event of Apple Blossom. And what a change that was somewhere more than 10 years ago, where it became the event that starts the Apple Blossom Festival every year. Is truly a wonderful thing. So these kids, their classmates, their families, all get this great moment and get to see something and have a good time for a little bit. It's just a really good day to be at work for a police department. There's some great days. Chief for a Day is a great day. Shop with Cops are great days. It's these days where it's literally about community, it's literally about kids, and it's not about maybe some of the bad things that happen while you're at work. Today is all good things, and it's all upside, and it's a really good time.
Wenatchee resident George Crater Jr. is guilty on all counts in the 2024 murder of his tenant in a suburban Phoenix vacation home. With about 4 hours of deliberation after 9 days of testimony, the jury in Maricopa County Superior Court convicted the 63-year-old Crater in the 2024 killing of Thomas Galatola, 70 years old. The victim died 10 days after Crater attacked him, bound him with zip ties, and beat and tortured him over unpaid rent. The jurors also found there were aggravating factors, including Galatola's age and the severity of the assault. The clerk for Maricopa County Judge Monica Edelstein read the verdict.
We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant on the charge of count 1, first-degree murder as follows. Guilty. Signed, foreperson, juror number 8. Verdict, count 2. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant on the charge of count 2, kidnapping, as follows. Guilty. Signed, foreperson, juror number 8. Verdict, count 3. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant on the charge of count 3, burglary in the second degree as follows. Guilty. Signed, foreperson, juror number 8. Verdict, count 4. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant on the charge of count 4, aggravated assault, serious physical injury as follows. Guilty. Signed, foreperson, juror number 8. Are these your true verdicts, so say you one and all?
We do.
Galatola was 2 months behind on rent at the home Crater's family owned in Sun City, Arizona. Crater, a former heavy machine operator for Chelan County's Public Works Department, traveled to the house in October 2024 where he confronted and attacked Galatola. The victim initially survived the assault but was soon hospitalized for a head injury. He identified George Crater as the perpetrator before dying from a cerebral hemorrhage 10 days after the crime. Crater is scheduled to be sentenced May 29th when he could face life imprisonment. The city of Wenatchee has officially decided to keep First Street just east of Wenatchee Avenue closed to vehicles and open to the corridor as a bike-only route. With the permanent closure, the corridor will further extend the bikeway connection to the Apple Capitol Loop Trail. The city announced the decision on Wednesday. The section was closed to vehicles 2 years ago during the renovation of the Wenatchee Convention Center. City engineer Jake Lewing told NCWLIFE News earlier this month that the city had received support from the community and local businesses to keep it closed. Additional signage will be installed in coming days, and long-term plans include enhancing the segment into a pedestrian plaza. A fundraiser dinner thrown by one local ski area to benefit another brought in more than $7,000 last week. The sold-out Friday event at Mission Ridge Ski Area was designed to support the nonprofit Badger Mountain Ski Hill outside Waterville, where a lack of snow kept the hill from operating this past winter and cut deeply into its operating budget. The all-volunteer ski area is managed by the Waterville Lions Club, and it's introduced generations of Douglas County residents to downhill snow sports. Mission Ridge spokesman Tony Hickok says about $4,000 was raised for initial ticket sales for the dinner, with $3,000 more coming from a raffle to win donated Mission Ridge merchandise. When we come back, the NEAT School District is recognizing a county road crew for years of dedicated service in rain or shine. And the star of tonight's Paws for Pets feature has been in the spotlight before as we reintroduce you to Loki the dog. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
A convicted Wenatchee murderer has again failed in his effort to have the scene of his 15-year-old crime tested for DNA. Sebastian Cortez Aguilar, now 54 years old, has been in prison since 2011 for the knife murder of his partner, Hortensia Alejandre, whom he stabbed to death in front of their children. Cortez has twice asked the State Court of Appeals to require genetic testing on the Wenatchee apartment where he committed the murder, saying new evidence might support his claim of self-defense. For a second time, the higher court turned down the motion, saying DNA evidence would be unlikely to yield proof that his victim attacked him first. Cortez remains held in Coyote Ridge Corrections Center, serving a 31-year sentence. The Entiat School District is recognizing a county road crew for years of dedicated service in rain or shine. At a school board meeting last night, district leadership awarded Foreman Bruce Duncan the Gateway to Excellence Award. The crew won the award for their work maintaining safe travel conditions on county roads and ensuring routes remain accessible throughout the year. Additionally, the team was commended for their commitment to student safety, notably in times of hazardous weather conditions. Duncan accepted the award on behalf of his entire crew. The star of tonight's Paws for Pets feature has been in the spotlight before. Loki is the adoptable pooch now waiting for a family at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. This big, friendly fellow's adoption fee is already covered by a generous donor.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager, and today I want to introduce you to Loki. Loki is our 5.5-year-old, we think husky mix. He's certainly got the cute tail. He's our big boy. He's goofy. We've had him for about 8 months now, which is crazy to me because he is one of our easiest, sweetest dogs who is just so genuinely goofy and playful and lovable. And I can't believe we still have him. Especially since we had such a successful Clear the Shelter event this last weekend, which was amazing. It meant so much to all of our staff seeing the dogs and the cats that we love go home to their forever families. I think our final numbers were 68 cats adopted and 23 dogs. And it really filled our cup. We're going to be remembering that for the whole next year. It was so amazing. Thank you all. But we still have Loki. Yes, we do. So we'd love you to come meet him. Loki is fantastic at tricks. He knows so many. He's so good at sit. He's really good at lay down. He's good at stay even. He can do spin and shake paw. He's so smart. He's so smart and beautiful. Yeah. And he's extremely treat motivated. I didn't even have any good stuff on me today, and he was still doing what I was asking. So I really think that he could learn even more things. Loki's a really big boy. He's about 80 pounds, yes, but he loves going on walks, and I think he'd be a great hiking companion too. He's really active, and he likes to do things with his people. Yes, he does. And I think a nice big yard would be great, but not necessary if you, especially if you love taking your dog on walks. That would be fantastic. We don't know how he is with cats. He does have some best friend dogs here, but as always, we suggest that if you do have a dog, you bring them with you so that the dogs can meet, see if they'll get along right. So if you'd like to come meet our Loki, we are open 12:30 to 6, Thursday through Tuesday, and we would love to introduce you.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Loki's a really big, oh gosh. I took a tongue to the face there. Yeah, it was soft, but I still not great.
Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will introduce you to a Wenatchee photographer who captures striking images of wildlife from all over the world. With clear skies expected over the next few days, some areas will see temperatures at or below freezing overnight. I'll have your local weather details, and in sports, Kate Calvin will have college baseball action, plus a look at the Mariners as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Vape companies market vaping as a de-stressor, but nicotine can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. 90% of those who quit felt less stressed, anxious, or depressed. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Click and RV Moses Lake Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it. Or come to the Moses Lake Superstore. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes.
The huge RV discount prices are here.
Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click It RV Moses Lake or clickitRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
In tonight's feature story, Wenatchee photographer Cameron Hine is an active traveler who chases every opportunity to capture striking images of wildlife from all over the world. Last week, we spoke to Hine, who talked about his passion and shared samples of his still photography and video work.
Yeah, so my name's Cameron Hine. I moved to Wenatchee 7 years ago. Grew up kind of in the outdoors, camping, hunting, just loving wildlife. I went to school at Michigan State University, grew up in Michigan, went to school at Michigan State University for fisheries and wildlife, and kind of there is where I really grew my passion. From there, my wife and I moved to Colorado, and that's kind of where I really started photography. Hardcore, going out a lot, looking for birds, really anything to take photos of. I'm completely self-taught. I have an uncle who was a photographer. He mainly did weddings and things like that. So I kind of followed in his footsteps. I got a camera from him, but really wildlife was my main passion. That's what I do for a living, for work, and that's what I do in my free time is look for wildlife, capture wildlife, and share it with everyone. Last winter was kind of a dream trip. My wife and I went to Indonesia for orangutans. So we went and we camped in the jungle for a week and looked for orangutans, and we found them, and it was the best thing ever. So that was 2 winters ago. And then this winter, we went to Peru and we went to the Amazon. We spent a week in the jungle in the Amazon, just looking for pretty much anything. Birds, kind of the highlight of the trip. The one thing that I wanted to see while we were down there was giant river otters. And they're like a 6-foot, 100-pound otter. And we got lucky and we saw those. A lot of wildlife photography is a mix of patience and luck. Some things just kind of happen in front of you. driving down the road and you see something, or out for a hike and something pops up in front of you, and boom, there you have a shot at getting the shot. There are so many places that I still want to go, and mountain gorillas in Africa is pretty top of the list. Big cats in Africa as well, like a true African safari is probably the number one bucket list item right now. Something in the U.S. is probably Alaskan brown bears, fishing for salmon. I've been to Alaska a handful of times, but never really in the area of Alaskan brown bears that are actively fishing for salmon. So that's kind of top of the list.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Thursday, the start of the 2026 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. And boy, what a nice one it was out there today. Yeah, just a little bit breezy at times as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Tower camera. You can see the grassy hillside moving somewhat today. Wind, nothing like yesterday. So all in all, a pretty nice weather day to start the Apple Blossom Festival today. But I'll tell you what, we expect a lot of clear skies over the next couple of days and evenings, and that is going to mean some very chilly overnight low temperatures as we get you into Friday and extending right through the weekend. We're talking about temperatures at freezing to near freezing temperatures. Areas of frost are a possibility, not so much for elevations like Wenatchee, but as you get up towards Leavenworth, Plain, and even the Waterville Plateau, we are going to see some very chilly overnight lows with all those clear skies, and we'll get to more on that here in a second. Unofficially high temperature here in Wenatchee today, about like normal, 65 degrees, 64 is where we should be, 87 our record high temperature, and that was set back in 2012. Nice and mild this morning at 48, 42 is our normal low for this time of year, and 30 our record low set in 1985. Sunrise 5:57, and it'll set tonight at 8:02. All right, taking a look at what we can expect getting you into Friday, and it's going to be a pretty nice day. Yeah, we're going to go down a few degrees in temperature, but we're going to start off pretty chilly, so it's going to be a ways to get us to these 60s, but not bad throughout the area. Low 60s, Columbia Basin, 60 for Wenatchee, 60 as well in Chelan, and around 58 the high temperature tomorrow for you folks up in Leavenworth. Taking a look at tonight, we do expect mostly clear skies out there. High pressure controlling our weather. There's also another high pressure area down in the desert southwest, but with those clear skies, about 40 here in Wenatchee for an overnight low tonight. So we will see much cooler temperatures, as I mentioned, in the higher elevations. Look at this Friday. Clear skies all over Washington State, but also notice the northwesterly to northerly flow of air. That's going to keep us a little bit cool. About 60 for a high temperature tomorrow, which will be about 4 degrees below normal. And then for the Kai's Fiber Youth Parade on Saturday, look at the sunny skies throughout the day on Saturday. We will warm up just a little bit from Friday. We're talking low 60s for highs Saturday afternoon. And then as we get you into the end of the upcoming weekend, partly cloudy skies. Can see a little area of low pressure just off the northwest Washington coast. That'll bring some clouds our way on Sunday. We will warm up though with that southwesterly flow, mid 60s on Sunday, and then the really nice weather hits us on Monday. Partly cloudy skies and warmer. We are going to get into the upper 60s. Notice how the area of high pressure is moved to the south. That's going to drag some more warmth our way and bring it right into Washington, and that goes for Tuesday too. Partly cloudy skies on Tuesday and warmer. Check that out. High temperatures right around 70 degrees, and then as we get you into midweek Wednesday of next week, boy, I'll tell you, just beautiful. Get out to Apple Blossom. Sunny skies throughout Washington next Wednesday, warmer. We're talking highs in the mid 70s. All right, checking that 7-day forecast now, and it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. Overnight tonight, 40 degrees, sunny and cooler tomorrow at 60. Once again around 40. We might dip into the upper 30s Friday night. Beautiful on Saturday. Saturday for the youth parade, though, 62 degrees. And then the warm-up begins as we get you into Sunday. Partly cloudy and 65. We'll stay partly cloudy on Monday and Tuesday. Upper 60s Monday, 70 on Tuesday. And look at that weather on Wednesday. Sunny and warmer with a high temperature then of 74 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCW Life Evening News continues right after this.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, sports fans. Cade Calvin here. We've got college baseball action, scores, and some national headlines. The Wenatchee Valley Knights hosted the Treasure Valley Chuckers in a Wednesday doubleheader. Game 1 did not go the Knights' way. Despite putting up 9 hits, the team was only able to muster a single score.
Treasure Valley pitcher did a really good job, and he's done good for a good while now. He's got a low ERA. Spotted up with his off speed, and we hit the ball well. We just couldn't piece a lot of things together in Game 1.
WVC ultimately fell 4-1 in Game 1. Game 2 would be a much different result. The Knights once again came out swinging their swords, collecting 11 hits, and this time, the home team took advantage of scoring opportunities, leading 4-2 after the third inning. Knights head coach Aaron Vaughn says Game 2 came down to making big plays in big spots.
Came down to a lot more clutch hitting in that one. Some big innings, which is kind of what we've done for a long time now. We found a way to string some things together, put the pressure on them. So they did a really good job with that, and then our pitching did a phenomenal job in the second one.
The Knights pitching staff came out fired up as well, with Evan Reese providing some big-time relief over 2 innings, striking out 6 batters from the bump.
I think we ended with 15 or 16 strikeouts pitching, so we did a really good job there. A lot less walks, and our pitchers, they all have good stuff, and when we just lower the walks, we're usually pretty good, and so they did a really good job locking in. Reese, he's been one of our best bullpen arms all year, and came in and gave us a couple really good innings that kind of made some of the difference there.
The Knights bounced back in Game 2, closing out the Chuckers 9-4 for the split. The two clubs will run it back on Saturday with another doubleheader scheduled for noon and 3 p.m. at Treasure Valley. Okay, let's check in on the scoreboard in the Northwest Athletic Conference. Mount Hood takes down Southwestern Oregon 7-zip and 8-4 in a doubleheader, and Umpqua sweeps Clackamas 3-0 and 3-2. Now it's time to get called up to the big leagues. The Seattle Mariners hosting the Athletics. M's dropped 2 straight to the A's, trying to avoid the sweep. Logan Gilbert was trying to avoid something else. He gets a 108-mile-per-hour rocket fired into his jersey. Not something you see every day, folks. Cal Raleigh continued his hot streak, going long for the 3rd straight game to put his team within 1. However, it would come down to some late-game heroics from Josh Naylor. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, Naylor smacks a line drive to left field, Raleigh scores, and the Mariners win it 5-4. And in the WNBA, Seattle Storm standout Dominique Malunga has been cleared to play this season. The number 2 pick in the 2025 draft received her letter of clearance from FIBA, making her officially eligible for the WNBA. The move comes after a contract dispute with Turkish club Fenerbahce, which had created uncertainty about her availability. Now Malunga is expected to join the Storm ahead of the team's preseason opener this weekend, with the regular season beginning May 8th. The 20-year-old is expected to take on a larger role this season for Seattle. And an update on the health status of Victor Wembanyama. The San Antonio Spurs star will travel with the team to Portland as he continues working through the NBA's concussion protocol. Head coach Mitch Johnson says Wembanyama is progressing, but his status for Game 3 remains uncertain. The All-Star left Game 2 after suffering a concussion in the second quarter. His return to the team facility, even getting up some shots, but must clear multiple steps before returning to game action. The series with the Portland Trailblazers is tied at 1, with Game 3 set for Friday in Portland. Alrighty, that's a look at sports. Reporting from Wenatchee Valley College, Cade Calvin, NCW Life.
And that will do it for the NCW Life Evening News for this Thursday. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.